Who are you? Of the? How can you do it, Mr. Bhattacharya? Tell me. He is an officer of the state government. The state government is represented. And Mr. Mitro is there. He is making submission on behalf of the block development officer. Now the BDOs are taking extra precaution. Yesterday also same thing happened. They are fearing their service may go. Nobody knows what is going to come out of the bag. There are so many things inside the bag. If one comes out, the other will also come in queue.
Well, Lordship, I was the petitioner. Here also, there was a allegation of tampering. Lordship, initially, there was first round of litigation where Lordship, report is supposed to answer. On the last occasion, there was a direction for taking instruction. Lordship, if initially petitioner filed one writ petition, there was a direction that why his nomination was not accepted. The reasoned order should be passed. Reasoned order was not passed. Second writ petition was carried out. There was a direction, Lordship. They came up with the documents, and that documents contain the copy of the nomination papers. I've shown the nomination papers that how it has been tampered. Particularly, the name of the proposers remained the same, but the number of his voter list, part number, serial number has tampered with. Like 3310 has been added with that.
Okay.
That matter, Lordship. Let it be proved. I cannot because it is in their custody. Let them produce the original. I wanted to participate in the election.
I have submitted before your lordship, kindly recalls, but there is a mismatch in furnishing the polling data of the proposer of the candidate.
Furnishing the
Electoral data, part number and serial number, that is not matching with the original part number and serial number in the voter list. That is why his application, his nomination paper has been rejected. Ground was given and a proceedings was initiated. They have been given opportunity of hearing. They didn't avail of it, and thereafter their political party which they are affiliated to, that gentleman who represents their political party, he has signed it. A reason order has been passed.
Opportunity of hearing.
Yes. Proceedings have. Your lordship only takes my instruction which has been
Wait, where is the
internal page 2?
Your instruction internal page 2?
Has your lordship got it?
BDO's signature?
Yes.
Internal page 2, yes.
Yes. Order sheet.
Yeah, order sheet.
This is the proceedings. It was taken out. Both of us cannot speak together.
Wait,
Both of us
wait.
cannot speak together.
Whereas opportunity of hearing was given to the applicant, but either the applicant or his proposer were there. This scrutiny proceeding was signed by one.
Yes, my lord.
Mm,
On third paragraph, whereas accordingly process of scrutiny of the submitted nomination papers was taken up as per the schedule, and the same for the Panchayat Samiti constituencies started at around 3:30 p.m. on 17th June 2023 in presence of the candidates or her proposer. The scrutiny was carried out by the PRO herself and was assisted by her joint BDO at the respective place of receiving the nomination papers, and the proceedings in that respect was also drawn up where the attendees on behalf of the intending candidates put down their signatures. And whereas in doing so, while checking the nomination papers of the said PS constituency, it was found that the electoral details, part number and serial number in electoral roll, as mentioned in Form 2 of the proposer named Basudev Pramanik, was incorrect. Whereas immediately after noticing such discrepancy, opportunity of hearing was given to the applicant. But neither the candidate or his proposer were not there at the scrutiny table, but the scrutiny proceedings were signed by one of the representatives of the said party, who is not the candidate or his proposer, but he also did not respond when the opportunity of being heard was given.
So you say that the candidate was given opportunity, or whoever his representative was given opportunity, and even though he is contesting the election, he will not attend it and he will not make submission in his behalf. Is it believable? Is it believable? I am there
Yes.
to support myself
Yes.
and I'll go there and stand and not make any submission.
Lord, this is the reasoned order passed by the video, my lord.
The reasoning should be such
Yes.
that it is logical. What he's saying is absolutely rubbish.
They were present at that point of time. They didn't make any, my lord, complaint. They did not
That is
register any
not
protest. Immediately thereafter, they have become wiser.
Wait.
Immediately thereafter, they have become wiser. Thereafter, they made a complaint, and their representation has been looked into. One of their representatives, Mr. Kali Shankar Bose, has addressed it and addressed a letter that has been responded to, and reply was given to him. And my lord, on 27th, I believe the candidate has
The electoral roll annexed.
yes.
Does it match? Does it match the details that has been given?
My lord, the electoral data which has been furnished by the proposer, that is not matching.
Not matching?
Yes, Lordship, my lord. Yes. Because the electoral
Where is the
data which has,
nomination? Where is the nomination document that has been tampered? You have tampered 33 to 330.
that is his allegation. That is his allegation.
You say
Yes.
that the proposer
Yes.
has deliberately provided wrong data,
Yes.
knowing fully well
I do not know whether
that
it
the
is a
nomination will be cancelled.
Yes.
Yes,
My lord, unknowingly he might have given it, my lord.
unknowingly,
Given the wrong part number, serial number.
unknowingly.
Lordship, my lord.
And the PRO, who is the authority concerned,
Immediately thereafter, my lord, here proceedings has been drawn up. Hearing was taken place. They chose not to attend. My lord, who take evidence, my lord, who has tampered it or not, my lord?
the last matter evidence was taken by one honorable judge of the court.
Lordship.
You want somebody else to be engaged in this matter also for ascertaining who has done the tampering work?
My lord, that I don't know. My lord, no.
Because this is what the allegation is,
My lord, they are
that it
remedies
was
lying.
tampered.
If they persist with this allegation, their remedies lying. Filing a election petition before the appropriate forum, my lord.
Whether election petition or something else, we will see.
Lordship, my lord.
But then prima facie, you please show
Yes.
that a candidate who is there to contest the election
Yes.
deliberately fills up a wrong nomination form.
Proposer.
Whatever, either
Yes.
the proposer or the candidate concerned deliberately fills up.
But who knows
Incorrect.
the intention of the proposal? My lord, we do not know what is the intention of the proposal. It is the intention of the my lord proposer, and he has my lord written it. We have verified it. Proceedings has been done. They were present at the time of my lord proceedings. They chose not to appear, and thereafter, my lord, they have been they filed a representation, made a representation that has been taken care of. Reply has been given.
It is very clear that these two figures are tampered. 265,
My lord, our
262.
my
330.
instruction is this, my lord, nomination paper has been filed before us.
Nomination paper was
My lord, Basudev Pramanik.
Vasudev Bosak.
Basudev
Yes.
Bosak.
He has
My lord, the proposal Basudev Bosak, it has been filed before us, my lord.
no, but the scribbling part,
Yes,
Vasudev done it himself.
yes, it has been submitted to us. My lord, he has himself written, my lord, corrected, my lord, his serial number 265. That is correct. আর হয়ে আছে তুমি সেটা জিজ্ঞেস করবে কেন না না who are you?
Who are you? Of the how can he engage you independently? He is an officer of the state.
হয় না
How can he do it, Mr. Bhattacharya? Tell me. He is an officer of the state government. The state government is represented. And Mr. Mitro is there. He is making submission on behalf of the block development officer. No, but then how are these videos engaging independent counsels? Even then, there are the state panel advocates.
Yet, Miller, that on also a number of occasions that I found that Miller I was by fighting that bottom number. Therefore, whether Miller the slip was done by as a way of an abandoned cause.
Abundant caution. That means the officers do not have faith or confidence upon the advocates who are representing them.
It's not a question of the faith or confidence. It's not a fighting of an abandoned cause.
No, it cannot be done. I don't think it can be done
I will not be making a submission.
because the state is represented by the council, engaged by the government leader. How can the BDO have had he been engaged, impleaded by name? All right. It is not by name. It is by the designation that he has been impleaded. The state government council is here. He will take care of all his.
So we don't have any.
Yes, he will take care of everything. Now the BDOs are taking extra precaution. Yesterday also same thing happened. They are fearing their service may go. Nobody knows what is going to come out of the bag. There are so many things inside the bag. If one comes out, the other will also come in queue. Yes, what were you submitting? 18th of July?
18th of July, he made a complaint
Where is it?
at page 14 of my Milord,
Page
14
14.
of my instruction. As late as 1814, Milord, scrutiny were done on 17th June. And he he registered a complaint, Milord, candidate himself.
June.
Where is the date?
Oh, is 18th June.
Where is it?
Left side Lordship open.
And his reply has been given, Milord. Page 19. In his Milord mail.
What will be your submission at this stage?
At this stage,
When the elections are over,
my
when the results are declared.
submission is not submission Lordship is I immediately approached this court and there was this election by this and pass a reasoned order by the election commission somehow could not complete that entire proceeding at that point of the time. We came up with separate petition after that. Thereafter, Lordship, this decision was given, and Lordship, the entire decision came along with these documents by my learned friends. Now, Lordship, so far the maintainability of the petition, repeatedly this has been argued. Lordship, kindly refer to section 136 of the West Bengal Panchayat Election Act 2003, which says, bar to jurisdiction of civil court, no civil court shall have jurisdiction to question the legality of any action taken or of any decision given by the Panchayat returning officer or by any other person appointed under this act in connection with an election. Therefore, Lordship, this is challenging the decision of accepting or non-accepting the nomination papers. It has been a case of the improper acceptance of the nominations or rejections. Lordship, that also under the West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act, there is a bar upon the civil court to entertain that. Lordship,
But then the election petition will be maintainable.
no, Lordship, this says clearly no civil court shall have jurisdiction to question the legality of any action.
That you are not challenging.
And before this court, from that date itself.
I understand. But then in the meantime, a lot of water has flown down the Ganges.
The only thing was
Elections are over. Somebody has been elected. At this stage, how much can the writ court interfere?
Lordship, that's why we have not challenged the election. We want the investigation by this court. Direction for investigation by this court. And if it is found that ultimately tampering had happened, Lordship, under Article 226, can exercise extraordinary constitutional power to cancel, set aside every action. Because the action of the election commission as well as the government officials here appears to be such bias which cannot be ignored prima facie by citing the materials. And this has popped up while the proceeding of the court is going on. It is produced by them. I did not have the copy. They have given this copy, this is produced by them. I have taken this specific amendment in my application. I obtained this copy from Mr. Moitro's client when it was taken up before this court. Mr. Moitro was pleased to hand it over to me, and while handing it over to the court. And I found that these kinds of discrepancies, which appears to be very silly, however, this has been done. 33 made to 330, 124 made to 125. And it is an admitted fact this person is the voter of that particular constituency by proposal. So there is no question regarding the existence or genuinity of this proposer Basudev. He is there in that, within that voter, within that constituency. Now, Lordship, the only thing is that isn't it an extraordinary situation for the High Court to interfere? Now, this is a question to the officers who are not only the officers of the government, but they were discharging their duty on behalf of the Election Commission, which is responsible to hold the free and fair election and to create the fair field for each and every candidate. Whether it was done in order to ensure the other candidate's victory uncontested from that constituency, that has to be investigated.
Here the candidate won uncontested.
No,
And I will
result of it. No. Result of it.
uncontested.
Uncontested.
This was done. This was a part of a larger.
Just imagine.
Milord, your lordship kindly considers, Milord.
What to consider?
Milord,
There is
these are all
little
disputed question of facts. These are all disputed question of facts, Milord. Evidences are required. Milord, their remedy lies in filing a Milord election petition before the appropriate forum.
This is uncontested. This person with that particular constituency.
Milord, evidences are required, Milord.
Let
And
them
they're all
by the-
question, Milord, or disputed question of facts, Milord. Evidences are required, Milord. Their remedy lies in filing a Milord election petition before the appropriate forum, Milord. Who has tampered, who has not tampered, Milord. All are, Milord, disputed question of facts. Evidences are required, Milord.
And this is a case, Lordship, can put the clock back to that day. Because I was constantly vigilant about the legal procedure. I came thereafter, your Lordship was pleased to pass an order, direction, in pursuance to your Lordship's order. After the election, when we came, we approached, and Lordship, we challenged the decision.
Petitioners. Both the petitioners intended to contest. Both the petitioners intended.
No, one.
One. And the other is the proposer.
No, Lordship, the another is the agent.
Other is who?
Lordship, the petition.
We are concerned with this
Still number one.
Shurajit Pramanik.
Yes,
Who is this Debaprasad Bhomik?
Devi Prasad Dhome is the leader of his party, yet
Oh, then forget it. Then candidate is Shurajit.
yes, sure.
Acha, petitioner number 1, Shurajit Pramanik, intended to contest the Panchayat General Elections 2023. Stop. His nomination stood rejected. Allegedly on the ground of mismatch of the electoral data of his proposer. Stop. Next. Paragraph. The block development officer has forwarded the electoral data with the instruction forwarded to the learned advocate representing the state respondents. Stop. Next. the nomination paper allegedly filed by the proposed candidate is annexed with the instruction. Stop. Next. It appears that the electoral data mentioned in the nomination paper has been overwritten. Stop. Next. Paragraph. Specific case of the petitioner is that the figures mentioned in the nomination paper were tampered. Stop. The electoral roll was also annexed with the instruction forwarded. Stop. Admittedly, the candidate and his proposer both belong to the constituency from which the nomination was sought to be filed. Stop. Paragraph. It is the submission of the Panchayat returning officer that as the incorrect data was put in the nomination paper, not put but mentioned. Accordingly, the officer had no other option but to reject the nomination paper. Stop. It has been submitted that prior to rejection, opportunity of hearing was given to the petitioner as well as his proposer. Stop. None responded at the time of hearing. Stop. Next. The petitioner has filed the communication made to the Panchayat returning officer, wherein it was specifically mentioned that the Panchayat returning officer intimated the candidate and his representative that the nomination paper was okay, and accordingly there was no requirement of either the petitioner or his agent to appear in the hearing. Stop. Next. Paragraph. It is noticed that paragraph. The learned advocate for the state respondents produces the copy of the report, undated report, undated, forwarded by the inspector in charge, Lilua police station. Forwarded to the learned advocate representing the state, with a copy of the report signed by the sub-inspector of police, Lilua police station, on 22nd of June 2023, mentioning that the complaint of the petitioner was inquired. Stop. The officer visited the Bali Jogacha BDO office and met the BDO and learnt that on 12th June 2023, Surajit Pramanik submitted his nomination smoothly without any obstruction. But on 17th of June, his nomination was declared as rejected. Stop. The same is an internal matter of the concerned authority. Stop. Next. The police report. Now, the police appears to have addressed the issue in a different manner altogether. Stop. The petitioner never alleged that he was obstructed from filing the nomination paper. Stop. The petitioner also did not allege that there was any violence at the time of filing the nomination paper. Stop. The police responded that the nomination paper was submitted smoothly. Stop. That was not the issue to be inquired by the police. Stop. The issue was with regard to tampering of the nomination papers. Stop. Next. It appears that in a similar issue of tampering, this court passed order directing investigation to be conducted at the instance of the Central Bureau of Investigation. The order of the court was carried in appeal. And the Honorable Division Bench was pleased to observe that the state police would inquire the matter sincerely, impartially, and in right earnest. The court appointed a former judge of this court to act as a one-man commission under whose supervision the state police would conduct an inquiry as regards the allegation of tampering made by the petitioner. Stop. Next. Paragraph. In the instant case, it appears that similar allegation of tampering of the nomination paper has been made. Stop. The police failed to inquire the matter in the manner as was required to be done. Stop. Accordingly, the court thinks it fit to direct the Commissioner, Howrah Police Commissionerate to inquire the matter stop the inquiry shall however be done under the supervision of keep the place blank একটা blank রাখুন, I'll fill it up later on. A former judge of this court. Stop. The inquiry shall be conducted by 4 weeks and a report be placed before this court on the adjourned date. Stop. Stop. Needless to say that the state police shall extend full cooperation to Justice Blank. Stop. The remuneration of Justice Blank is fixed at remuneration aage, the consolidated remuneration of Justice Blank is fixed at keep it blank. Paragraph. The cause papers of the instant case shall be forwarded to Justice Blank by the Registrar General of this court. List on 13th September 2023.
Lordship, only one indulgence that petition was filed, found on 3rd July.
Oh, acha.
Petitioner may add
Leave granted to the advocate on record of the petitioner to implead the returned candidate as party respondent in the instant writ petition.
And Lordship, the
And
address and
serve copy of the writ petition and the connected application to the aforesaid respondent, to the added respondent.
Lordship, may election commission may provide me the address of that person. Lordship, address, otherwise I cannot.
Please provide. The details of the returned candidate shall be provided to the learned advocate for the petitioner by the learned advocate representing the commissioner at the earliest.
Grateful.
Take back this document, Mr. Bandopadhyay.
Grateful.